because I completely forgot I should do these. Uh, Pretty much nothing too interesting actually happened at work. There's a lady who didn't understand English very well, and she would just like stare at the keypad, waiting for it to do something. And I would try and explain it to her the car wasn't working. It's unable to process. That's pretty much all it says is unable to process. Kept telling her she can try the card again, but the card's not working. And she tried it like 3 more times after the first one, just for it to not work. Then she tried paying food stamp card, and she tried to use the cash portion instead, which didn't work. And then she tried to use the EBT portion, which did work. And then she wanted to get the flowers, that were with it. That's why she was paying with food stamps, and she was gonna pay with another card. And it was like $32 and like 95 cents. She didn't want to pay that, so she had me take off the flowers. So she only bought like $30 worth of food, which took 15 minutes. Took 15 minutes to buy that. So it was so great. What else? Matt Rat, he told me a very, very hilarious story, right? Because he was pissed. Like, when he told me the story, he told me that he was pissed because it happened. I won't go into the details because at some point I'm sure I'll talk with him and we'll be able to tell the story online. But essentially, it was about spilt food, and I found it so outrageously funny. I lived up to my nickname of Cherry Bomb because I started turning so red in the face because I wasn't breathing. I was crying, like literal tears going down my face because I was laughing so hard. And it's been a while since I like laughed that hard. It's been like a good month or so since I laughed that hard. I was doing my best not to like laugh out loud, because like if I like laugh out loud, I start sounding like a supervillain. But if I like start like quietly laughing, it is I have like 4 different types of laughs. Like there's like a little chuckle. I have my silent laugh. I like do my little like hissing laugh. And then I have my like supervillain laugh. So it is, always quite a treat to like witness one of those. What else is there? I got to talk to people. Will introduced me into his girlfriend. He happened to show up at work, to the workplace because he like needed to check the computer or something. I'm not sure if that's actually what he was there for, but for sure he just like went there to get stuff with his girlfriend, kind of show her off. Which was, okay. She's like a shorter, like pudgy Mexican girl. Latina, technically, I should call her, but, it's cool. Talked to Devin about Curse Strahd, then talked to her about a new campaign I want to do. As far as no one's joined yet. Because it's not like 2 in the morning like usual. And pretty much like the new campaign idea. It's going to be everyone's a Warforged. Everyone will have to be a Warforged. And they are going to, unless there's like a special circumstance, and everyone is going to be rebel. They're going to be trying to revolutionize or lead a revolution against the place they live in. Wow, it's completely dark, even though there's lights around here. There we go. And because of the car, and now it's dark again. Shocking. The cat is still there. I wonder how long it's gonna take to finish all of this bullshit. Poor dog doesn't like the loud noises. Yeah, it's pretty much just gonna be that. The main end goal, which is why, I started coming up with the idea, is that I want them to fight, like, to be within a giant automaton. I call it Talos, because obviously that's the first, like, go-to gargantuan automaton I think of, right? It is Talos. and they are gonna have to try and shut it down from the inside. And then there will be a lot of roleplay aspects of using whatever you can in order to get out of it, in order to escape it now that it is being destroyed. I don't expect them to survive, mostly because they're not supposed to. They are actually supposed to die because it'll, it's a story of war. They are fighting for their ideals and their beliefs to prevent, stuff from happening. See you, Mason and Luca. Y'all have a good day too. Or person, if it's just one person. There's a lot of garbage just sitting on the front of that person's stuff. Looks like a lot of it is intact though. I wonder if it's good. Nah. I'm not gonna walk across the street just to look at a bunch of fucking stuff put on the side of the road. Oh, there's a porta potty. What else? There's not really much else to say. The load got there really late. Like, I was supposed to get off, like, over an hour ago. And I only, like, got off, like 9:45-ish. Because the load had gotten there so late. So I stayed to, like, help pull out the load. Otherwise, I was just, like, helping manage the front. And doing backstock. And, otherwise just like talking with people. Because obviously if you're gonna be working, you're gonna, talk with people. But yeah, it's pretty much just like going around, trying to do what I can, talking to people. And that was pretty much it. Wasn't too bad. My dad did say that my alarm was going off all day, which I know, I knew was happening. I didn't know that they were gonna stay home. So if they're going to be home, like if it's the weekend, I'll leave my alarm off because they'll be there. Otherwise, I have my alarms on, and it's from like 10 to like 3:30, and it's just gonna be like one every like 15 minutes. That way I'll like wake up, look at my alarm, turn off, try and go back to sleep. Because it's pretty much just like me like counting down the time, I guess. Sometimes I'll like actually go like have a power nap, and it'll be like 2 hours later after I like check at like 10, and it'll be like 12 o'clock. And then I'll like go back to sleep at 12. Then wake back up at 1, go back to sleep, wake back up at 2. And that's normally when I like start getting ready for work. Or maybe like 2:30, 3. Around there I actually fully wake up. Anyways, I'm getting home. Gonna stop the vlog. Have a good day, night, evening, dusk, dawn, afternoon. Make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel. I appreciate it a lot. And stay safe, everyone. Oh, the people who are here left. That is disappointing. Oh well.